Last night, numerous drones from Russia violated Polish airspace. Our air defenses were activated and successfully ensured the defense of NATO territory, as they are designed to do.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, last night we had some major developments out of Eastern Europe. Russia violated Polish airspace with multiple drones, and this could have been a very dangerous situation. But here's the thing. Poland, together with NATO allies, reacted quickly and decisively. We're talking Polish F-16s, Dutch F-35s, Italian AWACS, NATO transport support, and German Patriot systems all working together. That is serious military coordination, and it shows just how prepared NATO really is.
Several allies were involved alongside Poland. This included Polish F-16s, Dutch F-35s, Italian AWACS, NATO multi-role tanker transport and German Patriots. I commend the pilots and all who contributed to this quick and skillful response. The North Atlantic Council met this morning and discussed the situation in light of Poland's request for consultations under Article 4 of the Washington Treaty. Allies expressed solidarity with Poland and denounced Russia's reckless behavior. A full assessment of the incident is ongoing. What is clear is that the violation last night is not an isolated incident. The Supreme Allied Commander will continue to actively manage our deterrence and defense posture along the entire eastern flank. Allies are resolved to defend every inch of Allied territory. We will closely monitor the situation along our eastern flank, our air defenses continually at the ready. This only reinforces the importance of NATO and the path to which allies agreed at our summit in The Hague earlier this year. We need to invest more in our defense, ramp up defense production, so we have what we need to deter and defend. And we need to continue to support Ukraine, whose security is interlinked with our own. And let me conclude by saying that Russia is waging a dangerous war of aggression against Ukraine that continually targets civilians and civilian infrastructure. Allies are determined to step up their support for Ukraine in the face of Russia's escalating campaign. With that, I'm willing to take one or two questions.
Secretary General, thank you very much. Andrew Gray from Reuters. Do you have any initial assessment of the intent behind this incident? Was it a deliberate attack, a deliberate incursion, or a mistake? And do you have any particular message for Russia, for President Putin, about this incident?
Yes, as I said, a full assessment is ongoing. But of course, whether it was intentionally or not, it is absolutely reckless. It is absolutely dangerous. But as I said, the full assessment is ongoing. And to Putin, I mean, my message is clear. Stop the war in Ukraine. Stop the escalating war, which he is now basically mounting on innocent civilians and civilian infrastructure. Stop violating Allied airspace and know that we stand ready. That we are vigilant and that we will defend every inch of NATO territory.
Well, one more if I may. Does this tell you anything about the state of NATO's air defences, particularly when it comes to drones, a relatively new threat? Does NATO need to do more to better protect against drones?
I think what we have seen last night was a very successful reaction by NATO. And allies, including of course Poland itself, but also the Dutch and the Italians and the Germans, everybody involved. And I'm really impressed. So of course we always have to make sure that we are one step ahead. But I think last night showed that we are able to defend every inch of NATO territory, including of course its airspace. Thank you so much.
Now, Poland immediately called for Article 4 consultations, which is basically when NATO members meet to talk about threats to any ally's security. And sure enough, the North Atlantic Council stood shoulder to shoulder with Poland. What I found especially important is that NATO made it clear this wasn't some one-off. These kinds of airspace violations are happening more often. And it's reckless, it's dangerous, and it risks escalating this conflict. The Secretary General didn't hold back either. He called out Russia directly, saying, "Stop targeting civilians, stop violating Allied airspace, and stop the war in Ukraine." Strong words, But honestly, they needed to be said. And let's talk about the bigger picture here. This incident proves a couple of things. 1. NATO's eastern flank is on high alert and capable of responding quickly, even to newer threats like drones. 2. Allies are serious about investing more in defense and defense production, because the reality is, the war in Ukraine is directly linked to European security. Now, my personal take? This is a wake-up call. NATO's response last night was impressive, no doubt. But the fact that Russia is even testing NATO's airspace like this shows how high the stakes are. It's not just about Ukraine anymore. It's about the credibility of NATO itself. And if Russia keeps pushing boundaries, we could see even more direct confrontations down the road. So yeah, huge developments. And honestly, moments like this remind us why alliances like NATO exist in the first place. What do you all think? Was this just another reckless move from Russia, or a deliberate test of NATO's defenses? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And hey, if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next update. Trust me, there's a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.